I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. And this came to me last night. I believe that I'm living. I was living in my life. I was living in my life sentence life, and now I'm getting paroled to live my permanent, true, real life. I was by life sentence life. I mean the life before you get to the life you were supposed to have. The life where you're trying everything out to find your real life. You have to try things out. You have to get temporary things before you get to your permanent life. And now I believe I've made life parole and I'm finally finna be released into my real permanent life. And I feel so good, but it was a difficult process because I feel like I've been fighting so long to finally get there, having to go through so much to finally make it to my permanent life that now that now that I'm actually accessing my permanent life, I have to learn to relax and be calmer about being in my permanent life because I've been fighting for so long. It's just hard to believe I finally almost made it and I'm finally fin to check it off my list because I also believe that when it comes to spirituality and your spiritual growth, you have a spiritual checklist that you're meant to go down and check off everything that you're meant to do to get out of this life cycle. And I feel like I've checked everything off my spiritual life cycle. So I'm finally finna get to the part where I'm able to move on and move to my true permanent life cycle. And I'm ready for it. I'm ready to see what my true permanent life cycle looks like. I'm ready to be in my true permanent peace and live in my true permanent happiness. And another thing I want to do, I want to move out the city that I stay in because I feel like the city of Auburn, Alabama is the city for me. I just feel like people are a little bit more welcoming and it feels a little bit better to me. It feels a little bit more community ish. And for some reason, I don't know why, that just feels better to me personally. I feel like people are more appreciative and more open to you and more willing to help and be open to you as a person. And I just feel like that's big to me. Community love is something I feel like I need to have around me to be able to live a happy life. And I feel like although that's a smaller town, they know how to love and appreciate and welcome people a little bit better than where I currently live. So that's my next goal before this year is over, to find a way to move there and just start my life living there and living in my own peace because I just feel like that's the best move for me. And to just keep working out and keep getting in better shape. And I'm attracted to the power of what I do every day. It's something about it. It's something about knowing that I'm making myself better every day through what I'm going through putting myself through this or putting myself through that. I know I'm improving, but those are some of my short goals, to finally live my permanent life and finally live in my permanent happiness and to move cities and to just be allow myself to be happy and allow myself to realize that I don't have to fight every day anymore. I can finally relax and enjoy the life that God gave me after fighting like hell to finally get here. What's the purpose of doing all that fighting if you ain't willing to enjoy the process and enjoy the fact that you finally got to where you wanted to get? So I don't know who need to hear it, but you gotta fight for it. Then you gotta let yourself enjoy it. In my personal opinion, it's just something I wanted to share with you guys, and plans for my future and what I plan to do with my life. I hope it helps motivate and encourage you to continue to fight for whatever your dreams are and know that it is possible for you to make it, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion, though, in my spiritual process.